Joe Piscopo on the radio. I'll tell you, 906 on AM 970, The Answer, streaming worldwide on AM 970, theanswer.com, am970theanswer.com. So Mike Davis is founder of the Article 3 Project, a former law clerk for Justice Neil Gorsuch, former chief counsel for nominations for the U.S. Senate Committee on the Judiciary. He knows more about the legalities of what's going, if I may, in the weeds of what's going on, lawfare-wise and U.S. district judge-wise all around the country. So we learned so much from Mike, but I want to talk to him about this great article that he wrote, and then we're going to talk about how we could change the course of this country in its judiciary. Mike Davis, welcome to the show. Always honored to have you with us, my friend. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me back on, Joe.
Well, Mike, we always appreciate it. We learned so much from you, my friend, from Article 3. And this piece, let's go to your piece first, if I may, on Fox News. Kash Patel is restoring the FBI despite constant attacks. You know, we love Kash. I love him in the locker room, Mike. I thought that was so much fun to watch, with the gold hockey, the men's hockey team. But now, if I can, they were spying on him. The Biden administration was spying on him, getting their phone records on Kash and on Susan Wiles, correct?
Yeah, Kash Patel, Trump's FBI director, and Susie Wiles, President Trump's White House chief of staff and former campaign manager, were spied on. This is a bombshell, breaking news yesterday. Spied on by the Biden Justice Department, including the Biden FBI. They spied on their phones. What's even more damning about this is there was no legal basis. There was no legal predicate to do this. This is going to make everything we've been talking about on your show for over 3 years on this lawfare. It's going to make this very front and center, Joe.
This is unconscionable. And I was going to say Biden must have known about it, got to go to the Oval Office, but he had no idea what was going on. Who was running, who mandated this? Garland or out of the DOJ, do you think, Mike?
Well, it's a very good question, and they're going to find out when they dig into these files. This is, again, I've been going on your show for over 3 years talking about how President Biden himself politicized and weaponized his intel agencies and law enforcement to go after Trump, his top aides, his allies. This really started under Obama, but it was on steroids under Biden. And it's coming out. And I want to give great credit to Kash Patel. They had to dig deep to find these records because the FBI agents who worked on this buried this very, very deeply within the vaults of the FBI.
That's so scary. So somebody had to be in an office somewhere, and not to be dramatic, Mike Davis, but while we have you, and just say, okay, check out Kash because he's saying things. This Donald Trump likes this Wiles gal. Let's go check the phone records. And the protocol is what? Go to the phone company and get a warrant. I mean, is that the way it happens, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, it's a dragnet that they're doing this. They are spying on the campaign manager and a key campaign surrogate for the president of the United States' leading political opponent, Biden's leading political opponent, Donald Trump. I mean, again, this all goes back to Crossfire Hurricane. This is all part of the Crossfire Hurricane investigation where Biden illegally spied on President Trump. They politicized and weaponized intel agencies and law enforcement to protect Hillary Clinton and to help Donald Trump in the 2016 election. That failed, and it failed spectacularly on them. Trump was in office against all odds, and they tried to destroy him while he was in office. They withheld these Crossfire Hurricane records until the very end. President Trump declassified them the day before he left office. The deep state dragged their feet. They didn't let these documents get out. And instead, when Trump left and he had his copy of his own presidential records with Crossfire Hurricane, Biden unleashed hell on Trump, including spying on him, raiding Mar-a-Lago, indicting him 4 times for non-crimes, trying to bankrupt him for non-fraud, trying to get him killed by underfunding his Secret Service protection twice and saying Trump was the gravest threat to to democracy. This is all coming out, as I predicted it would.
Yes, you did, because it's unconscionable when you think about Fani Willis down in Georgia. And we talked about this forever. Jack Smith, we talked about going to Mar-a-Lago, raiding Mar-a-Lago. And then people forget, and I can't stand when the Democrats these days go, oh, look at the Department of Justice, and they're politicizing this. When J.D. Vance now, he's going to be head of fraud, he goes after Minnesota, and Waltz, this guy that's running Minnesota as governor, goes, oh, this is just a political takedown. What, they think we're dumb, Mike Davis? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. But really, they think we just don't see the hell that they unleashed lawfare-wise that we've learned from you, Mike Davis, throughout the last 4 years?
Yeah, but look at Big Fanny Willis down in Georgia, our Big Fanny, our friends. We have reporting today out of John Solomon, actually last night, John Solomon, at Just the News, where the Biden administration was giving Big Fanny a big grant down in Georgia. Was it quid pro quo in exchange for her investigation and indictment of Trump and his top aides and allies? I mean, this just keeps getting worse and worse and worse for the Biden regime and their allies. As I say, justice is coming, and people thought I was bloviating. Justice is definitely coming.
Nah, we're looking to you, man, to blaze the path, my brother. I'm telling you. And then you always said that guy Wade, Fanny's boyfriend. That whole thing. He was at the did he not go to the White House? How do we forget about these things? We don't on this show. You don't, Mike Davis, forget about it. But then the boyfriend went to the White House. They must have been planning something. That will come out, do you think, Mike?
Well, remember, this Big Fanny's dumb, unqualified boyfriend, Nathan Wade, was getting paid $250 an hour on Fulton County, Georgia, taxpayer dime. And this Neanderthal went to the Biden White House, and he was dumb enough to actually bill his time. 16 hours, $250 an hour, $4,000 for his meetings with the Biden White House, including the White House counsel, about the Trump case, because that was the only case that Nathan Wade was assigned as the outside special counsel. It could not have been about any other case than the Trump case. So, yes, they were colluding with the Biden White House. He actually was dumb enough to bill his time. Yeah,
incredible. An incredible story that you broke on this show, Mike. Hey, and now the Department of Justice, we're in Jersey. I love Jersey, Mike Davis. It's my home. But man, oh man, we keep voting the wrong way, turning into this hard blue state, which is so bizarre. And we are regular Jersey people. We look at Jack Hughes on the New Jersey Devil Ice yesterday. It was just brilliant. The hockey team, we love it. And now when a new governor somehow gets in, like Spamberger in Virginia, and then Mikey Sherrill gets in Jersey. No disrespect to her. What's the first thing she does? She goes, "I'm going after Trump. I'm going after ICE." And all of us collectively, you could hear the sigh on the turnpike go, "Oh, please! The taxes we pay. I mean, the sanctuary state. The way we help out taxpayer money to illegals that are coming into the state. Now the DOJ." Is going after New Jersey over this ICE because she says, our governor did, Mike, as you know, she said, I'm going to open a portal. It's going to be a video portal. Where's it going to be? On the website of the Attorney General of New Jersey, the Attorney General of New Jersey, and you'll be able to film. We want you to film the ICE officers. And thank God the Trump administration and Pam Bondi are going after New Jersey in this regard. It's about time. They think they're going to get away with all this stuff, and I don't know that they will under this administration, Mike,
Yeah, this one's shocking by your new governor, Joe. Maybe you need to get Tren de Aragua tattoos on your face and MS-13 tattoos on your knuckles, because if you don't, you're going to be the hunted in New Jersey, man. Your new governor, what is it, Mikey Sherrill, whatever the hell her name is?
That's it. Yeah.
She's a whack job. She issued an executive order saying that the state prison guards, the county jail guards, cannot cooperate with ICE. So if you have a rapist, a kidnapper, or a carjacker illegal in these jails, in these prisons in New Jersey, your new governor is harboring them, right? And she's ordering state and local law enforcement not to cooperate with ICE. That could be a violation of federal criminal statutes. You can't harbor illegal aliens. That is a federal crime. You can't aid and abet that harboring. That is a federal crime. You can't conspire to harbor. That is a federal crime. You cannot obstruct federal law enforcement. That is a federal crime.
Yeah.
Your governor is putting people on a very dangerous path. The good men and women in New Jersey, state and local law enforcement are on a very dangerous path with Mikey Sherrill, or whatever the hell her name is, your new governor's executive order. She is a whack job. She is a left-wing radical whack job who cares more about her Trenday Aragua and MS-13 illegal boyfriends than she does about New Jersey Garden Staters.
Well, it's true, and she got booed, on the ice list. And as any politician in New Jersey gets booed, but I mean, people see right through it, and she's the one that is doing it. So the DOJ is going after her, but then we talk to different law enforcement around the state, Mike Davis, and they aren't not going to go along with the governors. They're going to do what they have to do to get the bad guys out of the great state of New Jersey. Mike, while we have you, please walk us through. And I know you're vital in this. We talked to our mutual friend Joe DeGeneva, and he gave you a shout out, working so hard in this administration and maybe under the radar to get back the U.S. districts that we need to replace these hires that are out there as judges. And they're not even judges, a lot of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. They're magistrates, like the creep on the train that killed that beautiful girl, that from the Ukrainian gal that the Democrats wouldn't even stand up for at the State of the Union the other day. But the administration, tell me, Mike, is on this. They're on this. They got to replace, I think there's like 57 openings, because that will change the whole tenor of lawfare, stop the lawfare, and bring law and order back to America, correct?
Yes. I mean, here's the issue with these. President Trump's biggest and most consequential accomplishment of his first term was the transformation of the Supreme Court and the critically important lower federal courts of appeals. Sometimes these judges disappoint us, but overall, this is the first constitutionalist majority in over 90 years, and we're seeing monumental wins for the Constitution at the Supreme Court. President Trump is building on that success in his first term. One of the things that Biden did very well is he took advantage of the conveyor belts that I set up on the Senate Judiciary Committee for Trump's nominees. Biden, unfortunately, took advantage of that for his nominees, and he put radical left-wing anti-American Marxist haters on the bench, and they are sabotaging the duly elected president of the United States and the American people. We have to turn up the speed on the conveyor belt to get these judges confirmed more quickly. And I want to call out, we need to have Republican senators get off their behinds and get moving on coming forward with district court nominees, particularly in states like Texas. I don't know what the hell they're doing down there, but there are a lot of vacancies in Texas, a border state, including in the Southern District of Texas on the border. Ted Cruz and John Cornyn, get moving, boys. We have to fill these seats.
Yeah, Mike, stay on that, please, Mike. We appreciate you so much. It's a matter because Donald Trump's in. It's 3 more years. Now is our time. Mike, thank you so much from Article 3. Keep up the awesome work. Please come back when you can. Great having you with us always.
Thank you, Joe.